Hi, I'm X5, and today I'm doing another one of the videos where I add dolls to my wish list, mainly because I want to see them out before I, organize them, and I want to, I don't know, be able to see what all the dolls are. So I've kind of talked about it before, but in case you haven't seen, I only add one doll, a part of, each thing. So sometimes they do different variants where they do a white doll, or a black doll, or Asian, or any other ethnicity. And if they're wearing the same outfit, I usually just choose one because as of right now, there's a million Barbies out there, and wanting all of them I feel like is unrealistic. Maybe some point, probably never, but maybe some point I'll get to a spot where I can start going after the different variants. But I also feel like the white dolls are the most readily available. So while on my list, I tried to put the more diverse, because I'd like to have a more diverse, especially Barbies. I just feel like it's not usually when I look on eBay, the white one is always cheap. And then the other ones are just hard to find in general. So I tried to put more diverseness in my list, but it's whatever I find first, which is, and especially where I live, it usually is always that's what I always see at thrift stores is the basic blonde doll. Anyways, so I'm adding them to my list. If you didn't get the idea, they're just on different slides. So I do 100 slides, and usually I put 4 or 5 dolls. You can see some of them, they fit more. But I'm doing this because I want to be able to organize all the dolls. If I were to get all these dolls and have ample amount of space, this is how I do it. And I want to do that. I want to do such a nice display where I map out and be able to have lots of space on my shelves and not have to shuffle them in. So I want to also look at all the different play sets and stuff, because if I could have my dream place, it would have a million rooms for my dolls, and Barbie would have probably a room to themselves, maybe even 2, just because there's so many Barbies out there. And I'm just being unrealistic because it's okay to have dreams. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm just pretending, but I do this because also I like to see all these Barbies, and some of them I've looked at these outfits or some of the dolls and I go, I think I own that, and I do. That one right there, I got her. She's still in box. I was recently talking about that, how I have yet to take them out of box. I got 2 Halloween dolls with my mom. She's obsessed with Halloween, so she had seen them on Facebook Market page and messaged the person. They were selling them for $5 each, so it was $10 for 2 Halloween Barbies in box. And she was like, let's go get them. And I was like, get what? And she's like, oh, we're getting Barbies. And I have yet to take either of them out of packaging. Not really sure why, just I like how they look, especially when I put them with other Halloween decorations. They're up year round, but the Halloween dolls, when I put out Halloween decorations, always get put up near the Halloween decorations because I think they look cute, but I've yet to take them out of their packaging. And I keep thinking about that, but maybe when I get more Halloween dolls, because they're my only 2 that I have. Crazy enough, I used to have at least 2 other Halloween dolls when I was younger, but when I had gotten rid of most of my Barbies, they went with that, and I'm quite devastated about the loss of so many of them. Anyways, but I basically, if you didn't get the idea of why I'm doing this, is I like to look at the dolls and I want to be able to, when I see dolls, be able to recognize them, but also I will eventually be working on a fake display, because I'll never get all these dolls, but we're being optimistic here, so dreams can come true, and I might one day get them. And I like to pretend that I have unlimited amount of space. Like I said, my dream house would be a mansion with 1 million rooms dedicated to just my dolls, which I feel is a very fine dream. Anyways. And I like to, live in the fantasy world where that's what I'm doing, is eventually I'm going to map out how I want that. But as of now, I'm using it to also distract myself from buying dolls. But also, again, I go places and I'm able to recognize things, or I've seen some of these and be like, oh, I own that piece, or oh, they use that skirt. There's a skirt that I own. And I've been trying to figure out what set it's from. It's 100% from a big a lot. Like, I remember it being in like a gift set pack with like multiple pieces, and they use the skirt so often that I have no clue what it goes to, because I still cannot find any other pieces that I recognize. I just own the skirt. I don't remember owning anything. It's also crazy because some of the dolls that I've gone through is like I own some of these dolls, and I recognize them, and they were from my childhood, but then I'm like, I don't remember my doll ever having that. Or I'm like, oh, I do remember, but like I don't know where that piece went, because destroyed stuff. In case I didn't say, this is dolls from 2010, like the year, not the decade. But I have like 20 slides left for this, so I didn't finish doing the 2010 dolls. I got close to it. I also think this might be the one. One of these dolls, 2010 or 2009. I actually leave out I cannot think of them. I want to say VIP, but that's not what they're called. I leave out a group of dolls, and that is because they're separate. Oh, it's S. Is it S something? S. I cannot think of the name, but if you're like, why'd you leave them out? I left them out, and I didn't get to the second half of them in the video, which is where I left off. Okay, they're called Sew and Style. I left them out, and that's because they're their own like separate doll line. Well, they go with Barbie, kind of like Cali Girl. Cali Girl has also been added to my list, but I've already added them. So when I went through this and the Barbie database that I'm using, which I will link it below, I looked at them and I made sure that all those dolls were already on my list, but I didn't add them to this because I kind of consider them like their own like separate line, and they've already been added to my list, so it doesn't make sense for me to add them twice. If I already have a separate list of them, I'm just going to make sure that all of the dolls that are in this database are on that list. And I did the same thing with Cali Girl, but they'd already been added. This doll line, those right here, I actually broke the rule that I said that I wasn't going to do. She's practically the same thing as the two outside ones. Like, they're the same outfit. The other one has a little bit different like color blocking and stuff. But they look so different. Also, they remind me of a doll that I had growing up. I don't remember anything about that doll other than like I kind of remember her and she was scented, and I don't think I've ever truly found what she looked like, because I've seen photos of what I think the doll is, but I don't remember her really looking like that. Like, she looks different from what my doll looked like, and maybe mine was a knockoff, but this doll kind of looks like it, like very very distantly looks like it. But the fairy dolls also, their wings don't look real, so are they actually fairies or are they not? I don't know. But for whatever reason, they were not giving fairies. I also realized that like the I Can Be Anything doll line, that line that they did, was very strong throughout 2009 through at least 2010, because there's a lot of I Can Be dolls. And then obviously I think we're going to continue to see that, but I think that's interesting. What else? Oh, she's cute. I kind of think I rambled a lot, and I don't have anything else to say, but I like doing this, and it's relaxing, and eventually I will start working on organizing them how I want. If you're curious about what the blocks underneath, I'm going to put what they are, because I'll forget, and I'll be like, I don't know if this is related, because they kind of look similar. And while some of them are generic, like they're like ballerina Barbie, others are a little bit more specific. Do I have anything else to say? I kind of have talked about it a little bit, but like when I start to organize them, I was kind of thinking about leaving out at least like 70s, 60s, and then the 59, and making them their own group, because I feel like they're so widely different, but I'll have to like look. I just feel like it makes more sense to like put them together, and then everyone else can get put together, but maybe that's just me. And I've kind of talked about like the same thing with Cinderella, the Disney princesses that I've been slowly organizing. There's obviously things that stick out. I want to have all the beach dolls together, even if I think like the 80s might not go super well with the newer, like, now I'll put like I don't know, but like work on like a cute little display for the beach dolls, and I want them near like any of the pool play sets that they'd have. I think that would look really cute. Obviously some of them are more beach and not pool, but there's quite a few different pool play sets, so obviously I would work on a cute little display of them in the pools because I think they'd look really cute. There's also a lot of wedding dolls. I'm trying to think of like different group ideas of how I can display the dolls, because that's what I'll eventually be working on. There's a lot of chef ones, a lot of pets, so like vet, dog walking, that kind of thing. I would want all those near each other. I said wedding. There's a lot of like baby ones, so like doctor, baby, dentist. I would kind of put all those together, obviously like have it be like the doctor ones, the dentist ones, and then it would go into like maybe like dentist, baby, or dentist, doctor, and then like the baby / babysitter, because there's a lot of those. I'm trying to think of what else there is, but I cannot. There's a lot of teacher Barbies, princess ones, obviously. I'm looking at them now. What did I stop? Oh, there's another. Oh, look at her. She's so pretty. So sorry. Again, we're coming down to the last few slides at some point. It might be now. But I did, like I said, I did not finish. I'm trying to think of what else. There's a lot of like fancy, elegant dress dolls that I would obviously put with their groups. Like they did the Hershey chocolate line. I don't know if I would put all the Avon dolls together, but I definitely think about it. I just don't know if they'd all look like, if they all like look like they'd go together. So I'd want to put like all the fancy dresses and then slowly move into like more casual, because I want all the dolls to somehow flow. I would put a lot of the basic dolls, like, do you see these basic dresses? There's quite a few of those ones that exist. I still think that they're really cute. Like Barbie did a line in maybe the early 2000s, maybe even the 90s, I can't think, where they did like super basic. I think they're literally just called like Barbie, which I think is what these are called. But they were super basic, super casual. Are they called chic? I think they're called chic. And I think that's so like interesting and just cute. And I would put all those together. We're adding more dolls. Bikes / vehicles. I'd put all the cars together. Why did I say it like that? Vehicle? Okay, I guess maybe I can't say it the other way. I'd put any like winter themed doll, Halloween, Easter, that kind of thing. I'd want to put all of those like holiday dolls together. So I'd go like probably Christmas to, well, I'd go winter and then it would move into Christmas, and then probably, who would look good? I'd probably go like all the way to casual, like, because Christmas has a lot of casual dolls, go into either Easter, Valentine's, then maybe Halloween. You might be able to find some really cute like angel, I don't know, I'd have to think. There's a lot of angel dolls out there, but a lot of them are really expensive, so I feel like I didn't put a lot of the dolls on my wish list because I feel like they were going for like $300-$400. I have a lot of celebrity dolls. I put a lot of the I Love Lucy. I never looked up the price. I'm not really the biggest fan, but I feel like those dolls look so iconic that I'd want like a cute little section of them. I love celebrity dolls. I feel like a lot of people are not the biggest fans. I don't have to know the celebrity to be like, I think that's cool. Obviously I don't want like not great celebrities, but I think that the dolls are cool. And the other dolls can just be mean to them. I have that playset, the little bedroom, not the whole thing. I just have the bed. I thrifted it at like Goodwill bins, and I think that's so fun. I need the doll though. I do want the Stacy's and Skippers, and I even want some of the Chelseas, even though I feel like I didn't put a lot of the Chelseas on, or Kellys on my list. And that's because there's like a whole like line of them in like one of the years that I did, maybe 90s, maybe early 2000s. There were so many of them, and I was like, maybe I'll go back and add them later. But I want their outfits, and I feel like I always find them nude, and I want them to have their outfits because it's hard to find outfits that look good on their body because they just are different. I'm slowly accumulating more of like Skipper's clothing, and I think Skipper's fine, but Stacy never looks good in anything that isn't actually for Stacy. Same for Kelly, but I think I have a few of her outfits, or Chelsea. And then nowadays they don't come with actual outfits. It's like a little skirt, and that's really annoying. What are we doing? What's next? Okay, more of the beach dolls, and this is like the last slide, I believe. It's either this one or the next one. You'll see. Yeah, I think it's this one. So this will be slide 100, and then I'll move to a different thing. I just don't want to have like too many slides, because I'd have like a whole slide of like 1,000. So I put what years are in this. So I think it's like 2006 to 2010. And then the next one will start out with 2010, because there's still some 2010 dolls in it up until whatever fits or works. My first few that I did was like full decades of worth of dolls, and I moved into like the 90s, and it was like, nope, never mind. Way too many dolls to exist. Anyways, more doctors. Oh, there's a lot of like sports or Olympic dolls. The cheerleaders are adorable. There's also like the whole like fan collection of like the cheerleader ones, and then the basketball. Wouldn't that be so cute if they did like a football line? But like Barbie and like the and the big shoulder pads. I think that would be so funny. Anyways, right now I'm going through, and if you see it like moving a lot, I apologize if that hurts your eyes. But I'm using talk to text to put the names in of the doll lines. So it does not like certain words that I say. I don't know if it's because of an imaginary accent that I have, but like Ken, it doesn't like that word. It thinks I say can, and I'm pretty sure I'm saying Ken, but maybe not. There's other words it doesn't like. It does not like the word Stephen. It thinks I'm saying Stefan, because it always puts an F or a PH. Is that also how you spell Stephen? It doesn't like, there's certain words I can't say gift set. It does not like that word. It always puts like something weird. Like it never puts the word gift set. It always puts, and I have to like really enunciate it. I know that I do have a bit of like an accent where like I talk fast and combine words together, but you'd think that my phone would know me by now, but no. Anyways, I'm just adding them now so that they can have their names and I can remember what they are, because half of them I don't. Also, I love that, like, well, no, I don't, because I don't have the kind of space to be able to have play sets, but I love that a lot of these are play sets, and it looks like maybe they're like combined play sets, like more than, I don't know, like switch it over and it's a new one. I don't know. I didn't really look too much into it when I was looking at them, but whatever. Putting in all the names, having fun. The ballerina doll's really cute, and it's not molded on, which is nice. She also comes with a cute little Chelsea. Is it Chelsea by now? I grew up with both. I had Chelsea dolls, but all the Barbie movies called them Kelly, up until a certain point, obviously, but I remember having Chelsea. Anyways, what else? More play sets. So cute. Again, don't have space, but we'll pretend that I do have the space. More chefs. Also, the other thing to know as we're going through this, it is possible, like the pizza chef, I was like, did I already add her to a different year? Because sometimes they like reuse them each year. So when I start to organize them, if I see that happens, specifically ballerinas, because they all look so similar, instead of going back to check if the doll is on there, I add them, even if I'm like, I kind of think I already added it, unless like I'm 100% sure, like totally hair, they did it 2 years in a row, and I was like, ugh. Anyways, when I go through and look at my dolls and start organizing them, I'll be able to compare them, and if they are the same or look similar enough, I'll probably take one off my list. But yeah. Anyways, we're continuing on. We got a lot of the Buzz Lightyear ones, which is really cute. Yeah, more of these. We've already seen them, but I'm just going through and adding their names, so apologies. I don't really have anything else to say, but aren't they so cute? I love the Easter dolls. I love the tattoo ones. Were people upset about that? Because I know people were upset about other tattoo dolls that they did. I think they're cute, but whatever. I don't know. Anyways, so if you're looking for a database, I said it before, but I will link it below. I literally just searched up Barbie database, and it's right there. There's a bunch of others, like Dollect is being worked on, which I use a lot for other things, but like their Barbie section still being worked on. So this is just the one that I use. Sometimes it's a little glitchy / always popping up ads, but that's okay. Anyways, I don't really have anything else to say, so I'm gonna close it out here. I'm Akta, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed me taking a look at all the different random Barbies that exist that I don't have or have very little knowledge about. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye!